Hi there, I'm Kelly DeMarco, and welcome to Retire Ready Today with True North Advisors. Today we're talking about the 3 common mistakes with your IRA and 401k that could needlessly cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Joining us is Matt Dixon. He is the founder of True North Advisors. Matt is a fiduciary retirement advisor, a registered financial consultant, and a member of the Forbes Finance Council. Matt, great to see you today.
Always great to see you, Kelly.
We've got a lot to cover, so let's dive in with these common mistakes people make with their IRAs and their 401ks.
Yeah, let's tackle these mistakes because absolutely there's a lot we can be covering here. So we see this all the time, though, when we sit down with families who have been saving in tax-deferred IRAs and 401ks. The first mistake we'll talk about could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in unnecessary taxes. The second mistake has been called the IRA's weapon of mass destruction, a mistake that could rob you of 2/3 of your hard-earned savings, and fixing the third mistake could lead to a windfall of tax savings with not only your IRA and 401k, but also your Social Security benefit and other investment income.
Okay, so now you got my attention. What's the first mistake that you see most commonly with IRAs and 401ks?
Yeah, Kelly. So the first mistake is not having a strategy to withdraw money from your IRA and 401k in retirement. And here's why. If you don't have a carefully planned strategy, you could unknowingly trigger an avalanche of taxes and a whole lot more. To be clear, what I'm talking about is withdrawing money from your IRA and 401k. What I'm really talking about is taxes on these withdrawals, because that's the big issue here. Here's also something that's important for you to know. The government makes it easy for you to contribute money to this IRA or 401k. You choose your investments, you set up automatic contributions, and you're basically done. But when you want to withdraw this money from the account, that's when things get complicated. In fact, it's almost as if the system is designed to trip you up. And there are a handful of trapdoors that could cost you a small fortune in taxes. Most people don't realize this. But how and when you withdraw your money from your IRA or 401k could have a huge impact on how much you pay in taxes versus how much you keep in your pocket.
And why is that?
Well, Kelly, the withdrawals from your IRA and 401k are considered to be ordinary income. Your Social Security benefits and other investment income from interest, dividends, and real estate are also considered as ordinary income. All this money is added up and taxed the same way. So the timing of when you make these withdrawals from your IRA and 401k and when you file for Social Security is critical, because each one of these things can have this domino effect on the other. And if you're not careful, one wrong move could push you into a higher tax bracket. It could even double or triple your Medicare premiums. So the money you were counting on for retirement could end up being a lot less than you thought it was going to be.
And Matt, I think a lot of people think that their taxes are going to go down when they're no longer working, but that's not necessarily true, is it?
Yeah, it's not always true, Kelly. A lot of people make this mistake. They assume they'll be paying fewer taxes once they stop working because they're no longer earning a paycheck. I understand that, but unfortunately, that won't be the case for many hardworking Americans, because when you add up the withdrawals from your IRA and 401k plus your Social Security benefits and any other investment income, you could end up paying even more taxes after you stop working. Plus, you won't benefit from the same tax deductions you had when you were younger, like mortgage interest deductions and having children as dependents. And one final thing to mention here, you also need to protect against higher future taxes. Let's say you're in your late 50s or early 60s. You could have another 20, 30, 40 years to live. And right now, taxes are at a 40-year lows. But our national debt is at a record high and growing. And the only way the government gets money to pay that back is through taxes. So you don't want to miss this window of opportunity to take advantage of today's low tax rates. You can save more money by spreading your tax strategy over 3 to 5 years or longer. but now is the time to get started.